Welcome back everyone, and welcome back with some more Satisfactory. We're starting out over at the Zone 3 Mega Base. Some things may have changed, just a little bit. I'm going to try to use the fly feature less today. So, hey Mr. Bean, I'm exploring my base. Pretty good base, isn't it? Why are you here? Did I cover up your home? Good. So, some things have changed. I've messed around a little bit with the railway system up there, and I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do with it. And over here, I have been working on hard drives. Okay. All my hard drives are back at the other base. So, I know I just said I'm going to try to use fly a little less, but the base is very far away and we don't really have a way to get there besides this hypertube, so I'm going to use the hypertube. Battery autosave, of course. So let's fly on over. Also, we almost have enough materials. We almost have enough materials to fill all this. I was able to make all the 279 portable miners. We have the steel pipes. I believe we have enough supercomputers. We have enough turbo motors. We're just waiting on these fused modular frames right now to set up the miners down over there. And we can get that going, and we'll actually have Zone 3 up and running. Also, I think I talked about that last time, that very long line of just concrete. That is the start of the railway system, at least. We need to continue expanding that. While I'm expanding, I want to place conveyor poles, or not conveyor poles, power poles, so that way we can use the hover pack as we are moving through it. That way we're trying to use the fly feature a little less, but at the same time we're still able to fly. And also, no, we haven't passed it yet. You can kind of see it though, over there. You can kind of see that that way is branched out and heading down. That is where we'll be setting up nuclear power. And you can see I kind of already have it doored off up there. That is to warn us that we are going to be heading to nuclear power, and we're going to need radiated or hazmat suit, which I have not yet made. So that'll be all. You can see it over there. That's all. Now you can't because of the fog. But trust me, there's a lot of platforms over there ready for us to set up nuclear. And I was able to create a small little chart on what we needed to set up at least a basic nuclear system that has zero waste. But in order to get zero waste, we need to set up a particle, or we need to complete the particle enrichment tier in the hub, which means we need 400 electromagnetic rods. And I believe electromagnetic control rods, they can be crafted in an assembler for high-speed connectors or AI limiters with stators. We have those, we just need to set it up and belt it over. So we'll work on that as well. Also with the nuclear, I said that I wanted to transport the uranium over to the site via drones. So we have batteries up and running. That's what that foundation line is for, heading all the way back to our base so we can actually have batteries being crafted at a very inefficient rate because we don't have that much plastic coming in, and it's sad to say, but all hope is not lost. We have, as the title says, we have a lot of work to do. We're going to take it one step at a time. We have ways to take breaks. I definitely want to try to get the electromagnetic rods set up first, That way those can be constructing as we are working. And as soon as we get those 400, we can get that in and we can work on nuclear from there. I mean, we can go and get basic builds set up, but we can't turn it on yet. And when I say I need the hover pack, I would like my sword back too. When I say it's a very basic build, we're gonna have. What are you doing in there? Our very basic build that I say is very basic is going to give us 15,000 megawatts of power. So it's basic, but it is very good. And what that means is we're going to be setting up 6 power plants, 6 nuclear power plants. That is going to that is going to take in the uranium and then nuclear waste from that is going to go into a blender to make non-fissile uranium, which is going to go into a particle accelerator to make plutonium fuel rods, and then the plutonium fuel rods will be sunk. That'll give us 0 waste and give us 15,000 each time. It's going to be a lot of work. We have a lot to set up over there, but it will be worth it. I do not have the material needed for an assembler. I got busy talking. Oh, we only need 4 rotors. That's not that bad. Also, if we have 200 in here, I'm going to go ahead and grab those. So that way we can put those in the hub, and then all we need is these electromagnetic rods. Let's go ahead and grab our rotors real quick. I believe are coming over to here. Here's stators, here's rotors. Not worried about stators and rotors at all. They're fairly basic and easy to build at this point. If we wanted to, we can even set it up here. These are going to build. I feel like these are going to be more efficient. 2 stators, 15 seconds, and the only difference is instead of using 2 AI limiters, we're using 1 high-speed connector, which we have an abundance of. So let's use that instead. And 8 per minute. Did I say that? It's 8 per minute. This will give us 4 per minute with double the time. So definitely a lot better for this. At least for what we have already available to us. Do I have materials to make splitters? Splitters. I have plenty of material to make splitters. So then we can just come over here. Luckily the stators is on the top, so that makes that easy. Let's find splitters here. Splitter. Set it up right there. All I have on me is Mark 5 right now, so we'll just go ahead and use that. It'll all be taken care of later anyways. Okay, it's encroaching the assembler apparently. Raise it 1. That should work. There we go. From there, we can just bring it on down over here. Really quickly grab the power lines from there to there, and from there to there. Now we don't have to worry about losing power as we're hovering by here. Hey, look at that. Spaghetti. Very spaghetti. That's right. I do not have enough steel pipes, or that's because I put them all over there. That's the battery setup, by the way. And we have almost 2,000 batteries in one storage container over there, which is really nice. We're going to need a lot of batteries for drones. Let me just fly back and get some steel pipes and steel beams, which is probably just better off going all the way back over to our storage containers over there. I gotta say, it's gonna feel really nice to tear down this starter factory, but this area, the starter factory, or this area for the mega base in general, is probably gonna be the last area we work on, just because we're going to continuously need materials from here. And because I want to delay tearing it down regardless of what we do. It's going to be a very long process of tearing it down. So we're also going to need storage containers and trains to come by to pick up from here. That way we can just utilize the materials instead of trying to sink them. I guess we could just sink them. That probably would save a lot of time. We already have a bunch of sinks set up over there. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. That's right. I needed... Oh, just let me get there. Oh, I'm gonna lose connection. Grab a stack of that. No! No! Oh no. Without the blade runners, I can't actually... Oh wait. Never mind. We're good. I kind of forgot that I had some on the floor still here. And let's grab a stack of that. Connect me. Connect me, yes. Get me. I know you. You will not get me. The person that just followed is just a bot account. They are known for the hate raids that have currently been going on around Twitch. So that's why I just banned them outright. Don't even need to acknowledge them. They will not get me. My information shall stay safe. Not to mention, he tried to follow me at the very start, before, like, right after I hit start stream, and then it was still in that prior window where my alerts aren't set up on. It was Haas00312 is watching, and then the same name but underscore new instead of is watching. So that's how we know it's just the same account. So then I get the high-speed connectors over here. That's not the worst thing to need though. Let's get this. That up, and now let's go get high-speed connectors. It should be, is that high-speed connectors connected to supercomputers? It sure is. That makes this a lot easier. Now all we need to do is set up a splitter. Not right there. We can set it up right here though. Grab our Mark V lift. Let's get it over that one. Means we are going to need to set up a conveyor pole here. Stackable conveyor pole, I should say. Let's grab that. And apparently that's one high. I thought it was an even. There we go. And spaghetti. Now we're going to be making 8 per minute. So that should be 2 every 15 seconds. Let's see them. Yeah. So now we just need to wait for this to build to 400. Yep, 400. And let's go ahead and head back to the hub real quick so that way we can drop off our fused modular frames in there. So yeah, get rid of them. Don't need to wait here to try to do that. I think we needed about 500 more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 more. So we besides the electromagnetic rods, we have everything we need in order to start setting up our Mark III we now have everything we need to set up our Mark III miners over at Zone 3 base, or Zone 3 factory. And we also have what we need for particle enrichment milestone, besides the electromagnetic rods, which is being produced. And we have a lot of statters, which I'm not worried about. High-speed connectors are overfilled. I'm pretty sure that crafting that is paused until supercomputers can get used or be made. So the railway is going to take so long. It's kind of why I want to put it off, but at the same time, I do have an idea for it. I do know where my zones need to be, or at least where I want my zones to be. So we do have the functions and the means to do it. Just like I said, it's going to take so long. We're going to need materials for foundations and for power poles. So that way we can fly around doing it like this instead of using the fly mod. Oh yeah, hard drives. That's the other thing I wanted to show you guys. We have a lot of hard drives available to us now. And when I say a lot of them, I do mean a lot. So I think if we put this one in here, we don't have any more recipes available. After this one, it should show that one option. We will have some more recipes available to us after we unlock particle enrichment, which is why we have 4 more in our inventory. And around the map, there's only about 5. There's only 5 crash sites I wasn't actually able to open. And that's because it requires materials from the Fictmas event, which we were not here for. So we did not have the super oscillators or whatever they are, or the upgrade to supercomputers, which are only available during the Fictmas event and cannot be crafted now. So that's fun. But what we can do right now, I kind of want to show off the nuclear area. That means I'm going to have to fly up there. So I don't have an easy way to get up there. Oh, you can see it from here. So all that foundation over there is placed for nuclear. It is on the water, which we need water for the power plants anyways. So that entire area is dedicated to nuclear. And I've been thinking, nope, that's the wrong button. This area here is supposed to be for zone 2. I think most of the material here is just going to go to nuclear up here. Just because we do need quite a bit of materials to set up, or to get all the uranium over there properly. So I do want to get to work on that. However, we need the particle accelerator, so there's really no point in getting to work on that just yet until we can unlock the particle accelerator. So I'll just come back down here. I'll only use the fly mod to show that off. Fly mod is not needed now. So now we're using the hover pack. Boom, that's how we'll do it. I only use it to show off things that I don't have access to. Now we can go back and start working on the layout of Zone 3, since now we know that we're at a high enough elevation that the miners should not have an issue with encroaching the foundations. And also, if we want to take a break from that for a little while, we do have the means to set up the miners there. So that should be a fun process, getting all 93 Mark III miners set up. So I do want to get foundations on all the miner areas. And then, since we have foundations down, set up to the factory area, we can actually put our conveyors on foundations so they look very organized. That's how we'll do it. Really? Really? playing games. It's not cool. For anyone curious, we just got 4 in a row. Yeah, I banned them all. I banned all 4 of them. I've gotten 4 tonight. It's quite ridiculous. Thanks, Gingy. How you doing tonight? How was your stream? I saw you were streaming for quite a while. Yeah, 30 today. That. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, man. This needs to get figured out. Other than the bands, how was your stream? 2K22, right? It was pretty good. I didn't let that stuff get me down, so it was a good day. That's good. Now, I have quite a bit of work to do in here, so I'm not gonna let it get me down. It's just ridiculous. Almost every single stream this week, I've had to ban an account for that reason. So it's not getting me down. I'm gonna keep progressing. It's just ridiculous that they're trying so hard to do this. Also, I'm very proud of this, what we have kind of built right here. This is going to be our railway system. As you can see, just messed around with it for a little bit, see how I wanted to do it. Obviously, the ramps can be a little bit smoother, but I was just testing some things. I've never worked with them before. Fairly basic. You got your train station with platform set up to it. Obviously nothing's coming in or out of them because it's just a test. You got your railways coming up. And we got one train up here to kind of test out the clearance of things. And along the side, since we're going to have 10 bases, we need to have 10 railways. So on the bottom platforms, whenever they need to stop off at their own railways, it'll just drop down like this. So that way, if we actually get in it, I don't think we can actually move it because it has no power. But we would just sloop on down to the train station down there. And if it's a railway up top that needs to go down, kind of the same thing, kind of just drops down and then it gets underneath the rest of the rails and then it ramps down along the side, kind of like a freeway. So that's how we'll design our rail system to go all around the map. And they'll all flow in one direction and they'll just stop when they need to at their own bases. Also, the MAM is done, so let's go see what the MAM has to say. And then we'll get to work on setting up our refineries. We won't worry about belting today. I do have an idea for belting underneath, kind of like where all of the resources from the nodes will come in and then get separated to the designated buildings. So I have an idea for that. I just need to work on the foundations down there, which is why we're not going to worry about the belting just yet. Hello, ma'am. What do you have to say to us? So we have two options available. We can get the turbo heavy fuel or the bio coal. Both are bad, but we know that we're almost done with all the hard drives because it usually offers us 3, which means it does not have 3 available to us. We might get some more once we get the particle enrichment done, but until then, I'm going to leave my hard drives where they're at. Okay, so here you can see we got 279. Let me do this so you can see that we got everything set up for this location for the miners. Turbo motors, 279, we got them all. Fuse modular frames, we need 930. We have 527 in here. There's an extra 500. Now we have 1,020. We got enough. Supercomputers, 465, 465. And over here in these storage containers, there's 6 storage containers with 48 portable miners in them. That is more than the 279 we need. So we'll definitely get those going here soon. It's up here. And there's our steel pipes. So we have all the material we need to get miners set up. And belt it all up to our machines. And we'll have to probably set up a storage system with a sink on it until we're able to get the second level worked on. I ran all the way down there to get resources for refineries, and I forgot to get the resources for the refineries because I got too excited. Alright, let's see. I did see that an empty storage container back over this way, which I think held modular frames. I think we had used those. So let's go ahead and just store all. We'll keep whatever is left because I actually don't know if I have a area set up for outside sheets. That one's empty apparently. Oh, I know what we use the modular frames for. I'll have to update you guys on that. Iron sheets. There's iron rods. Right there, reinforced. There's our iron plates. And I know where these go. apparently we have too many. We have 5 too many, so we'll just... yeah. Okay. Real quickly, I know we need to work on the refineries, but I want to show what we made with all those modular frames. It has to do with the tower. And you can kind of see inside, it has changed quite a bit. I still need to work on it. I still don't like the walkways going all the way up. I might just do a hypertube instead. But I need to figure out how I want to work that. Ooh, I put the jetpack. Be right back. And go get the jetpack. Since we can use the jetpack in there, so there's no point in just activating the fly mod. I'm trying to get better about it. I've used the fly mod way too much. Especially since we have a means of pretty much using the fly mod with the hover pack. We just can't activate faster speeds, which is absolutely fine. Let autosave. Cool, cool. I will take that. Oh, I want my blade too. Do that. There we go. I suppose I should probably keep these on so I can run back there faster. And then when we're in there, we actually have power. Soon, because everything in here is pretty much power. We have 224 power storages in here, and we're going to use all of these. I really like how I designed this one where it's just kind of sitting in the floor, so it's more at eye level. All fully stored. With these, we're going to use them to jumpstart. There we go. We're going to use them to jumpstart our nuclear power. So as you can see, each floor is just filled with them. I believe there's 32 in each, but it's going to be hard to count since there's a bunch of cabling in here. And it's surrounded by foundations, but I guess we just hand count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. 32 each floor except for the bottom floor and the top floor. Bottom floor we already looked at. It only has 16. So it's just the 4 in the corners because I want to keep the middle open for walkways or our lift system. Our hypertube system. And up on the, I guess I should say the first tower floor. Up over this way. And you can see it's not exactly designed the same as the rest of the floors. Because we have our walkway here, and then we have one sitting in the corners over there. So I thought they would look nice and under blue light with the red on them, kind of like a black light. That was really nice design. I was really hoping that it would get dark in here, but I guess in the dunes it always has some sort of light because it's sand. For some reason, it's always reflecting light in this zone. So we have all this power now. Each one of these holds 100 megawatts of power. And like I said, we got 224 of them. So that's 2,000 240 megawatts of power, which is going to be more than enough to jumpstart our nuclear power. Also, I do believe it's full. And I have no cable, so I can't do that. I was going to say, if I can just transfer power over to the train station, I can kind of demonstrate with the train. But it doesn't really matter. We need to get going on the refineries anyways. Which I do need to get power kind of set up around the refinery, so that way I can use the hoverpack to build them. So we need to get cable as well as the materials needed for refineries. And we know we need 100 refineries set up for wet concrete. And I believe that's going to be more than what our inventory allows. By the way, we have max inventory now, because with the MAM with the hard drives, yeah. 2 of those researches can be +6 inventory slots, and we have them both now. I suppose I could get rid of you. Yeah, it doesn't hurt anything. So we need steel pipes. I'm only going to grab enough to do about half of this. We'll just do 50 at a time. That way we can kind of save up on inventory room. I don't actually know if we're going to be able to hold all of these materials. It's just the motors, having 1,000 of them with 50 in a stack is a lot. So we'll see what our inventory looks like after we get all of these in our inventory. I grabbed way too many of those. Hang on. I think with the extra inventory we can do it. Concrete. These are 100 stacks. I don't see why we couldn't do it. Let's grab those. This one. Not that one. And now we just need the steel pipes. That's not steel pipes. There we go. Full inventory. Just what we need for 100 refineries. So what we need for this, iron rods, wire, concrete, and cable. We should have all of that material here. Let's grab enough to have 1,000 of each. There's the concrete. Now we just need wire and cable. There's wire. Oh. I think I took my wire out as I was going around getting the hard drive, so I don't think I have any wire here unless it's in that storage container down here. We have some cable. I kept saying wire, but we have some cable. It's not a lot. It's really not a lot. But that should be enough to work right now, since we're not worried about setting up our power grid. We just need power to use our hoverpack. I should say all the power going to all of our buildings is going to be underneath, kind of with the conveyor belts, just to keep the the floor area more clean and more organized. So that is the current plan. I don't think I ever stated that that was my plan, but that is my plan to my wiring setup. Oh, you're clipping. I guess it doesn't really matter since we're not keeping you there. I'm just going to set up kind of a power grid. Not going to be too worried about it. I just kind of want to have poles and lines so we can at least fly from area to area. And this should suffice to at least move freely around our zone base in fly mode, and then we can kind of see how the buildings are being set up without just being on the floor. And again, these power poles are not staying here. They're temporary for the purpose of using the hover pack, and that is it. I'm really not worried about making them look clean or anything. Ooh. We can do a small distraction. We can take a power line, power that up, and then go see what I was talking about with the train. Oh. It was too far. Got too ambitious. Yep, now it's all set up and we can move poles around as we need them. Take this. It's going to be too far, so I'll have to just drag it over real quick. Pretty sure it's it's the train station that we power up. And if we come over to the train station and we hover over the rails, we still have power because the entire railway is a power line now. That's how it connects power to the train. Pretty nifty. The only thing you can't do on it is check to see your power usage. But now we can get in the train and you can go for a little ride. And again, I would like to make the train tracks a little bit smoother coming down here. I was just testing out the kind of how we wanted to make the ramps look. This is not it. Brake. Ah, we've crashed. Oh, back up we go. I don't even know if this will move back up all the way. Oh, we're going. 100 kilometers per an hour. And sudden stop. But that is essentially how the railways would work coming down to each base. Except this is not where it's going to be at because we need it up there on the second level. So we will have to dismantle all of this eventually. But I'm going to keep it here just as a reminder for how I kind of wanted it to look. So how many foundations is that in between? Now I'm curious, because I don't actually remember. Just do this to test it. Is that too far over? Nope, it just goes straight through. Why? Alright, let's do it on top of this then. Well, getting close to having no power. Autosave. We had to use some odd numbers, but it's about, we'll probably set it up 8 high above the train station. And have to work our way down from there. I probably won't remember that by the time we actually get to work on that, but that's what we'll do. Alright, let's get back to the refineries, since that was a nice little distraction. Oh yes, also I should say, with the trains, you can automate them. So you can set them to go between train stations. Each train station will have a name, and you can customize the name. So you just have to automate it and tell it where to go. It will pick up and unload where needed. Alright, let's get our refineries back up and running. I don't think any of those. These are Mark III minor. Did I not get my? Oh no. That's all power. We got everything set up in our hotbar except the buildings. And I got drones and trains set up, but no buildings. Okay. I'm gonna have to change that. The input needs to be over here. We need these 2 from here, and it was 4 over. So right here. And we set this 20 long. That's gonna be nice. And now we have to do that 4 more times. I think I left 2 full foundations in between. That way we had enough room for the output and the input. So I need to scoot back up a little bit so I can see the corners line up on this. And right there. There's number 2. And my ingredients are really blocking the corner there, but I have it set up correctly. 3. I heard that. Did I just lose power? No, we didn't lose power. Our max consumption is above the capacity right now, though. Oh, no. It's fine. I think we got some machines that just are turned off because they can't produce anything right now. So I think we're okay. Just for a second there, I thought I heard us lose power in the game. And that's 80 refineries. And now we got 100 refineries set up for wet concrete. Alright. Now that we got that, we can move on to the next. Wait. Oh, that's for the... Don't mind me. That's for the power poles. Alright, what's the next thing we need to work on building? Oh, that's right. We want to do the 2 small ones, which is pure quartz crystal. With quartz silica on one side, and then the Caterium agates on the other. I believe all of our quartz are over there. It's just 2 resource nodes. So we can definitely set up a quartz factory area over here, and then Caterium over there where the trains are, so I'm going to have to dismantle the trains now. But I think we can do the quartz first. So for quartz crystals we need refineries, and we only need 9 of those. And for silica we need constructors, and we need 27 of those. Alright, that's fairly easy actually. For refineries, we only need 9 compared to the 100 we just did. And constructors, we need 27. We need to go back for the cable. We have no more cable over here. So I'll empty my inventory and we'll run back and get more cable. Ow. Not cool. Probably find where we actually go. Concrete here. There's the wire. Iron rods were over here. And I don't really need this cable with me if we're going to go back and get a lot more. So we'll go ahead and put that back in there. Those are computers I don't need. Rest that can stay. Computers I needed for the trains, but since I'm going to be dismantling the trains, it doesn't really matter. Or at least that train way. I'll be able to memorize how I want to do it, because it's really just that box and then the railways and then a ramp down to the train station. So that shouldn't be too difficult to memorize. I'm about to go around all 93 of these nodes and take off the top node. I just remember that. Some of them don't have that, but I'm still gonna have to do it eventually. for the ones that do. And since we're running back to get some more cable, I might as well go ahead and check on our electromagnetic fuel, or not electromagnetic fuel, our electromagnetic control rods. Is that what they're called? Electromagnetic control rods. So we have, if we have 400 of those, we can go ahead and get the particle enrichment hub upgrade done. And then next Satisfactory stream, we can actually get our nuclear base set up. And then we can have that running to our factories. Not the starting factories. That'll run on fuel for a little while. No point overworking the nuclear factory for Zone 3. I'm hoping that 15,000 that we're going to get from one nuclear factory is going to be enough to power up Zone 3. I don't know. I haven't ran the numbers on that. It's 15,000 to run everything over there. I mean, we got 5,000 running everything on our starter base, and that's a lot of buildings going on there. Plus all the fuel generators and refineries. Yeah, we should have enough. He says, hopefully. I suppose would it tell me the max capacity or the max consumption on a system that has no power going to it? I think that would be worth testing out. Because if it does tell me that, then before I start up the nuclear factory, and after I get all my builds or my buildings in place, I can see how much power would be needed. And if I need more than 15,000, which I really hope I don't, I can set up 2 stations of nuclear. Oh boy. And we're gonna have a Mark III miner on top of that uranium node up there. I forgot I can't scan while I'm in here. Hang on. Wait for it to beep. It should be right where my cursor's at. Up there. It's an impure node, but even so, impure node with a Mark III and fully sharded up should be able to transport 300 uranium. And I believe each build is only going to need 120. Yep, it's only going to need 120 each. So really, that's not bad per se. I can even have it reduced down to 240, which would just be 2 power shards on it. And then when I get the other 2 uranium resource nodes set up to it, I can increase it to the 300 and have 60 split off to head over in that direction. So we should be fine. I'm very excited to do nuclear. Maybe if we do have to underclock the nuclear builds a little bit with uranium ore, I still think it's going to be far more useful than what we're already doing, considering how one build should be 3 times the amount of fuel generators I have over there. And I believe each station I have over there, which is 2, has 14 fuel generators, so we have 28 fuel generators powering us up over there for 5,000, when 6 power plants can do 3 times as much. And first order of business, of course, is getting a cable. I do want to check on our control rods over there, but I want to give it more time to get to that 400. I really do. I really want to get nuclear going, but I know I can't. Can't do that tonight. Plus, even if I did get it going, power wouldn't have anywhere to go because all of our machines aren't set up yet. I just ran right past cable. And we can do this. Just break our head on it. And take the entire box. There we go. Now we have more than enough cable. Hang on. Anyways, we're just gonna move right on past that, not even going to say anything about it. We can put our computers away, which we should have a decent amount. I keep putting some into here, which just feeds into the line to go into supercomputers. So we needed more for the miners, but now we have a really nice supply of them. Really nice. Anyways. Do you have 400 yet? Also, is everything being... It's still backed up. It's still producing. How many? Guys! We're 4 away. We can wait the 30 seconds to do this. Ah! I know I said I wasn't actually going to be working on nuclear tonight, and we're not. But next time, we have the capabilities. I need to get the formulas figured out for that second level so we can get the builds placed. But you can believe we can get the builds placed next time. And we're going on to uranium and getting it powered up. And we'll have our first zone of the mega factory up and running with nowhere to put the outputs to, because I need to set up the third tier. I mean, I'm not too concerned about the next time. I know I still have a little bit tonight, but I know we're not going to get done with everything we need to tonight, because belting alone is going to probably take an entire stream, if not more. And setting up all the miners, which we still haven't done yet, and belting all those to the factory. Oh god, we have a lot of work ahead of us, actually. It might not even be next 2 streams for us to get nuclear set up. So I want to get everything belted and put into place before we get the power started. Oh no. The plans. The plans. But you can go ahead and send off the final upgrade. Hang on. The final milestone for the hub until update 5. which will be coming in a couple weeks. Guys, we've actually made so much progress the last couple of streams.
Milestone reached. The particle accelerator enables previously impossible processes, such as recycling nuclear waste and converting it into plutonium, as well as the generation of exotic matter. A new project part enables progress to the next phase.
Go, little buddy. That makes me so happy. What is that? What is that? "25 radio control units, 100 electromagnetic control rods, 10 supercomputers, 50 cooling units, cooling devices, whatever they are, 20 fused modular frames, and 10 turbo motors." The amount of them is not bad. I will say that. The amounts of each material that we need, not bad. The materials themselves, insane to make. Absolutely insane. I mean, over here, we have heat sinks in that assembler going into cooling devices. Woo! We have a stockpile. I don't trust falling down there. Oh, we're connected to power though. How are we connected to power? Probably up there. So if I go down there, it's probably going to drop me off. Yep. There we go. So how much do we have in stockpile over here? Ooh. Okay, okay. And radio control units. That's right. Over here we should have a decent amount in. Yes. That's beautiful. That should be enough to get us jump started on. What the hell happened to your arm? That should be enough turbo motors to get us going on the nuclear power. Also, our heat sinks are all out because we're out of copper sheets over here, and we have no buildup of heat sinks because all the heat sinks just went over here and got produced into cooling units, which is fine. Are they cooling units? Cooling system. Cooling system. I was close. I was close. It's like horseshoes. It counts. Anyways, all of this stuff is going to be set up on the tier 3 zone. All we have to do is make sure that it is set up over there. Actually, we don't even need to worry about setting that up before we set up nuclear. We have enough here at the starter base to set up plenty. Because we had over 100 in the cooling systems. We might only have enough to make 2. If we take them all out of the turbo motors, then we'd have enough to make 4, maybe 5. Which 4, that would be 60,000 megawatts, and 5 would be 75,000. Which should be more than enough to power up Zone 3 base and the start of Tier 3 Mega Factory. Which I have an idea for Tier 3. I do. It's not going to be like our other builds where it's just 1 tier and 2 tiers. No, it's going to be different. Anyways, let's get these cable back so we can set up the quartz area. That's what I'll call that section of the factory. It's quartz area. be able to get the quartz area set up, as well as the Caterium. Caterium needs 45 smelters. Not bad. Yeah, actually, that shouldn't be bad at all. I can't open my menu to set that up. 45 smelters. We should have enough material to be able to. I mean, I know we do have enough material. We should have enough inventory slots to be able to set that up. Hope if I type correctly. Should be easy. Well, this probably goes down past the screen, but that's alright. We should be able to set that up easily with Smart Mod. And then all we have to worry about is setting up the steel ingots, copper alloy ingots. That's it. Let's set up a bunch of... I didn't say the math on that. We'll have to set up a bunch of smelters with that to get the iron ingots going. I think it was 215 smelters or something like that, which is fine. Could do this. Give me one moment. We're gonna have 20,820 ore that all needs to be smelted into iron ingots. I believe that's 1:1 to 30. 20,820 divided by 30. That's not what I calculated. Hang on. How did I get my calculations? 'Cause I remember it was only... It wasn't that much. Oh, that's right. I have some set up to go above, which will be produced just up there. And that's how it's split up. Alright, I'll leave that area alone then. But we have... I don't know if this will work. Solid steel ingots. We're going to need 8640. It's very small print. I think my Google Doc is set at 55%. Plus copper alloy ingot needs the ore. 4670 divided by 30. That's a lot more than I remember. I don't even remember having to set up 215 unless my math was wrong the first time. The copper alloy ingot only needs iron ore. It doesn't need to be smelted. And the 215 was coming from the foundries. That would make sense. That would make sense. That would make sense. It's still 8640 divided by 30. It's still 288 smelters. and that's just for the solid steel ingots. We'll worry about that another time. Right now I just want to get the quartz area and the deuterium area set up. Motors were over here. Thank you. Leave that 7 in there. Don't need that right now. Oh. Oh, that's rotors. Oh no. 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 I'm out of motors. I probably grabbed them for the hard drives. And now I don't have any extras here. Balls. Take 2 stacks of those. I'll fly back to the starter base. I don't want to waste any more time. We need more encased industrial beams too. We only have 11. What happened? How did this happen? How did I sabotage myself this badly? Rubber sheets. Sheets. I know we had enough of these. I grabbed extra because I needed the piping. Reinforced iron plates. Go and save. Thank you. Oh, just wire. That's not too bad. And I know I said I wasn't going to use fly mod as much, but I don't want to take the hyper tubes all the way back. It's so slow. I'm sorry. I just want to get progress done. And last time we had to fully disassemble our base and then set up the platforms again, it was a huge setback, so I want to at least get close to where we were last time because we're setting up the foundries and the smelters for the solid steel ingots, but we're waiting to do those this time. I'm sorry, please. Forgive me, for I have sinned. Let's take extra stacks of these, but I don't think we're going to need a whole storage container full of them. It's probably about 3 lines. Should be fine. And we should have, yes, we do. Oh no, we're running so low. I've used so much of these. Because it's what's... No, that's Mark 3, but... That's Mark 3, but... Mark 4! Everything over here was Mark 4. We'll get it all back. We will get it all back eventually. I'm not worried about that at all. Yeah, it was you. It was you. Not read how many we need. We need 1 stack. Okay. And 2 stacks of you. There we go. And let's set up quartz over here first. Okay, had to make sure I still had my hover pack. Cover pack only works if we have power. Time to assemble all these power poles. Then we gotta set up our power poles again. Going to the other side. We're gonna do one side at a time. 2 reasons. 1, and probably most apparent, I'm too lazy to run back down the hill to grab the supplies for more power poles. And 2, one that's probably more important, inside there the power pole can only have 1 extra slot, which is currently being used. So to this power pole. So once we disassemble that one, and that one in there will have 1 extra slot. There we go. And now, as you can see, 1 free slot. So we can bring down over here. To set up power over here. And then we have this area to work with for our quartz. How many areas in between? One, two, three, technically 4 in between. One, two, three, and let's say that's 3. Now know that this road needs to be empty. Let's go out over here. And we'll kind of set up this area a bit differently. I kind of want to keep it within the parameters of the tower pyramid. That way we have more room over there for our smelters and foundation, or foundries, foundations. That's what's already set up over there. So let's go ahead and grab this. And we want the output to be over here. that's not going to work. I know it kind of all scoots it away, but it's on the X and Y axis. I only wanted to work on one of them. So let's go ahead and drag those back. We'll set those 3 up. Grab some more power. I don't even know if we're going to be able to set up 9 on this platform. So we need 2 full spaces. No, we cannot. So we'll have to do 4 and 5. Let's do 4 in the front or 5 in the front. And by front, I mean we're facing this way. How many constructors? We need 27 constructors. So probably 5 in the front because we'll be working front to back on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll come over here. Or 4. And if we leave that much room for the output. And then say we're going to have that much room for the output. Oh. That doesn't give us a lot of room. Oh dear. But it's fine. I'm gonna make this work. I don't know why I'm just going through there. I know I don't have any of my buildings in there. Like that. Where can I go to? Not very far, actually. We can probably go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Oh, wait. We can't do it like that. That's right. What if we were? It's what? 3 times 9? That would be pushing it pretty far back. Okay. I might have to redo this part. And just say tough, it's going to be a bit closer. Which honestly is not horrible. And there we go, we got our 9 set up there. Set up that power pole just so I can come over here. Dismantle these 2. Go. And if I come into here, wrong one, constructors, and if I set you up to be here, can't just do 3 in a line. 27 doesn't really divide evenly except by 9 and 3. I'll just do 5s and have 1 row of 4. Yep. And 15. Oh, we might have just enough room for this. 20. Technically, we do have enough room to place it, but we don't have enough room to put the inputs. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I don't want to do it like this, but desperate times. There we go. There's our There's our 27 constructors for our silica. Quartz silica. Now we just need to go get our smelter set up for our deuterium, and we'll call that a stream. So this should be a lot easier because it's just one build setup we need to do. And we have a lot more room to do it on. It's just 48. Smelters. 1.5. So that way they're all. They're not all lined up in the middle. Why? Oh, because I had the first one in the wrong spot. Now they'll all be lined up in the middle. It's 5. Probably do 12 in a row. Yeah. So then we just have to do 4 rows of that. There. I don't know if we need that much room to do this, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. No. Time to redo this line. I had the inputs and outputs reversed. Okay. Just like that. Leave it to 2 instead of 1.5. Yes. There's the 12 of them. All lined up beautifully in the middle. Get our 12. Then we can get the spacing in there. Six. Looks like 48. 48 sponsors for all the Ethereum we're going to need. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and end the stream here. I just want to dismantle all of these power poles real quick. Head back down to the storage area where we'll begin the next stream. And now we are further ahead than we were last time when we ended. All we need to do is set up our foundries and smelters for our steel ingots and our copper alloy ingots. And then we'll be done with down here. Oh, right, real quick. Sorry. I wanted to test if I could see how much power consumption would be needed on a dead circuit. I'll just choose like that. It's going to show 30 on here. It shows 90. It does show up. Okay, that's good to know. And then once I get all of these connected to a power line, I can see how much power I'm actually going to need. Sword. And once I know how much power we're actually going to need, then I can start planning the nuclear base. I really think 15,000 should be enough to get us started. I really think so. But I know better than to assume that it will be good, or will be enough. Maybe copper sheets, yeah. And I know the rest of this stuff should be over here. Yes, and there's concrete, okay. And autosave. Thank you. And with that, guys, we'll go ahead and call it a stream here. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. If you guys did enjoy the stream, make sure you hit that follow button down in the bottom right corner. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Except I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow, just because I'm going to be very busy in the day tomorrow. And I'm probably going to be exhausted when it gets to time to stream. And I have to be up early on Sunday, because I have to work. So this will probably be the last stream until Monday. Let's see if anyone is currently streaming. And let's go ahead and get a raid set up. Once my computer loads what I want to do. Come on, computer. Moved it over, now it's kind of stuck, trying to readjust itself. Oh boy. I can't do anything to it. Oh. Okay, let's just move back over there. Apparently you don't want to readjust on me, so I'll just move that there. Oh no, you're not going to be tight. Okay, we're good now. Let's go ahead and raid Papadopoulos. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Again, I really appreciate it. Sorry about having to ban that account so many times. It happens. But please go and give Papadopoulos some love, as he is currently playing Bus Simulator 21. So, until next time, peace.